EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Desperados of Houston taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Let's go now.
A first carry now. This is Williams. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
I like how they worked the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
60 Eagles. Bronco 80. Ready, right?
To throw, here's Ward. This one swung out to Williams. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
18 Cardinal.
Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he stopped immediately there. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The Ravens had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
And I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch, not much yardage afterwards.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
Panther 60. Panther 60. Ready.
Ward. Finding Williams on the check down. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. Well, it seems pretty clear on this opening drive that they want to get him involved, not only, Charles, in the run game, but in the pass game as well. And he can be such a weapon for them when they utilize him this way.
And, partner, you know I'm a veteran, right? In other words, that means a little bit older. Back in my day, we used to call a guy like this a workhorse, except he carried the ball all the time. Now they get it to him a variety of ways, but you're right, they want to run their offense through him.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
Now Ward. Dumps it off to Edwards. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Here we go. Here we go. Hut, hut.
Williams. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Throwing is Ward. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Javonte Williams, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Now they can't bring him down. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. Slot man moves right. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. Now it's 2nd and 10. Throwing is McCarthy. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Now McCarthy. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. But just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. They run it again with Williams. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
He's got his target. That's complete. Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Bronco 80. Stay hurt.
Play action now. Ward. Finding Sanders on the crossing run. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Ja'Tavion Sanders, 30 yards. And the Ravens go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And able to get this out to the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But when the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it, an in route, going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind, he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3. Because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. So I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
They'll fake the jet sweep, but instead of give up the middle to Williams. And Oliver through the line and hitting him for the loss.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain. Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough,
this one winds up no good.
And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down, and you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. And it'll find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play.
First down, Houston.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Second down and a little more than a yard here. Here's McCarthy. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Etienne. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Quickly completed to the right flat. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Jalen Noel from 17 yards out. And the Desperados have cut it back within a score. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll make our score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. We'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
To throw is Ward. This will be incomplete. Oh, a dream chance for a D lineman, but he couldn't pull that one in. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
They go play action with Ward. Throw left side complete. That's Williams. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10.
Say, hey!
They go play action with Ward. A hit fires. He throws there, incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Second and 10.
Ready?
Ward to throw once more. Screen play set up for Williams. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Here's Ward. That is caught. And he will have the Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Ready? Here we go. Go.
Throwing now, Ward. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And fortunately, he's able to reel it back in, but it's going to go down as a big loss here on the play. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Ready?
And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Looking to throw. Ward. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Sanders' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. A 10-point game, 17-7 to score as we get back to it on EA Sports. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I've established the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Looking to throw McCarthy. That's complete to Travis Etienne out of the backfield. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. To the air again, McCarthy. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. ETN up the middle. And the big boys up front. They're going to stop him right at the line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. To the air with McCarthy. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Anthony Gould, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Desperados have got it back to within a score.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that momentum stays in your camp.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost getting into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find the hole.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
Ready.
They'll try to run for it. Here's Williams.
And he will have the Ravens first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Get it. 60 Vikings. Ready.
To throw, here's Ward. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense.
Here we go. Ready.
Working out of the gun here, Ward. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu.
The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. Working out of the gun is McCarthy. He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap and again to Etienne. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Travis Etienne, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Desperados have taken a 4th quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game.
17. Jack Fox sets the kickoff.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. That to the sideline and incomplete. Boy, they're going to say there's a receiver in the area. That was close to grounding, but it's 2nd down.
Let's go.
Ward. That's caught downfield. It's Golden. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now Ward. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete.
Ready?
Up the middle, it's Williams. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 83 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Let's go.
They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. He had to fight that time. Ran through 1 tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Throwing is Ward. He's got his receiver. It's Golden. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal.
Cougar 19.
Back to throw. Ward. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Cam Ward, his third touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year. And the Ravens answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that gives them a 3-point lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in the tight one. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Throwing is McCarthy. Slant complete to ETN. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards on the play. First down. Now McCarthy. ETN bringing in another one. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Right back to him for 10 more and a first.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll make it second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Connecting on the out route here with Higgins. Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. A big play here. Crowd on their feet. 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, McCarthy. He'll try and do this himself. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. This one, an absolute must. It's 4th and 4. They'll indeed go. Here's McCarthy. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Back to throw. And he'll spot Higgins open left side.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
Here's 2nd and a yard.
Let's go. Count, Dragon 60.
Back to throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Josh Jobe. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. field goal range, chance to go to overtime, got greedy going for the win. Do you think maybe on the sideline they felt compelled to go for that win?
Sometimes that's what happens because as a head coach, you have to take the pulse of your team. You have to know where you are and how they're feeling. And maybe he thought, we've got to win it right now. Overtime, we might not have anything left for that. So maybe that's why they went for it and pressed it.
Unfortunately, it backfired. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. This is 1st and 10. Throwing after the interception. McCarthy. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
A lot of practice time, a lot of thinking goes into 2-minute drills, even on the defensive side. So now you want to make sure the guys understand. Continue to be aggressive, but make sure you're smart in doing so.
Just over 30 seconds remain. Here's 2nd and 10 now.
19, Tiger, 19, Tiger.
Here's McCarthy.
To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Well, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down.
So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That means there's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Going for it, here's McCarthy. He's got the tight end. That's Gadsden.
And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. He lost 6 there on the 1st down play.
So it's a win here for the Ravens, and it was their quarterback who led the way, Charles. Pretty impressive play for a rookie.
Yeah, he did a little bit of everything, didn't he? He had 2 touchdown passes through the air, another one on the ground, and that defense, they really had no answer for many of their drives.
So for Baltimore, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week.